Today we are going to learn about winds and a classification of winds. Okay, first we have to learn about, look at these pictures. This is wind movement. Generally we would have expected that winds to move in straight line from north to south or south to north, but actually the winds move slightly to the right means here towards east in the northern hemisphere, and to the left towards west. Left means here towards west in the southern hemisphere. Look at this picture. Okay, so this is because of the impact of Earth's rotation on its own axis. This effect is called as Coriolis effect. So this Coriolis effect having zero effect near the equator, maximum effect near the poles. Understood now? So the atmosphere is always in circular all around the world. The winds play a vital role in the weather and climate patterns around the world. They have also played a very important role in history. For example, Vasco da Gama found the sea routes to India. Who discovered sea route to India? Yes, Vasco da Gama. At the time, using winds to power his ships, he was able to transport and trade large quantities of pepper and cinnamon and so on there to the Portugal. Because of this, in this way, these winds also were crucial to the establishment of the Portuguese rule over Goa. Understand? Portuguese people గోవాలో వాళ్ళ యొక్క సామ్రాజ్యాన్ని స్థాపించారంటే, అలాగే వాళ్ళు సీ రూట్స్ కూడా కనుక్కున్నారంటే దానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే ఈ విండ్సే. ఈ విండ్స్ కానీ లేనట్లయితే ఎవరు ఏమీ కనుక్కోకపోయిండేవారు. అండర్స్టాండ్? Do you know that monsoon, the word derived from Mawsam, it is Arabic word. Understand? It is Mawsam means what it is. Mawsam means climate. Understand? Who named that Mawsam? So while trading between India and Arab countries, Arab traders named that first Mawsam. Understand? Right. Now, classification of winds. How many types of winds there? Depending upon the wind speed and their features, their directions, the way they occur, winds are classified into three types. One is planetary winds, and seasonal winds, and local winds. So what are called that planetary winds? Occurring on the planet as a whole throughout the year. Means what? The winds that blow continuously and regularly above the world pressure belts are known as planetary winds. Understand? It continuously and regularly and in certain direction or particular direction. It never changed the direction. It's that kind of winds known as planetary winds. This again dividing into three types. There are three types. What are that? Trade winds, westerlies, and polar winds. Okay, One see seasonal winds. What are the seasonal winds? Restricted to regions or the seasonal in the character. Understand? It blow during the time of a particular period or in the particular region. That kind of winds known as seasonal winds. And local winds. Local winds mainly which influence on the local climate. It is the local in the character. Understand? Right. Now, see that we already discussed that three kinds of winds. Planetary winds again dividing into three types. First one is trade winds, and second one westerlies, and third one polar winds. Trade winds. It lies in the tropics. Westerlies. It lies in that temperate belt. Polar winds in the polar belt. Understand? Look at this picture. Yes, you can understand this. Trade winds are easterly in the direction, that is moving from east to west. There are northeast trade winds in northern hemisphere, southeast trade winds in southern hemisphere according to the directions. Understand? Westerlies, on the other hand, they blow from west to east. That's why they're called westerlies. According to the direction, the name that westerlies from west to east. Understand? Eastlies from east to west. Right? Here, they are southwest in northern hemisphere, northwest in southern hemisphere. Which one is westerlies? Westerlies are southwest in the northern hemisphere, northwest in the southern hemisphere. Polar regions experience once again easterlies. అంటే ఈస్టర్లైస్ అనేవి పోలార్స్ దీనిలో కూడా ఉండడం జరుగుతుంది. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ది ఎఫెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ planetary winds? Understand? You already know that the pressure and wind systems. So these are actually the impact of lithosphere and hydrosphere on atmosphere. Okay. So here the winds play a crucial role of transporting heat and moisture across the world. Understood now? So that's why no part of the world gets too cold or too hot for life to survive. Understand? If you see on the moon surface, there is no atmosphere. So that's why the life is not possible in that. Okay? Fully hot days there, very hot conditions in that particular in the moons, even in that daytime very hot, during that night time it is very cold. Understood? So this was happened in that moon. Next, here the winds do not distribute heat or moisture uniformly. అంటే ఒకే విధంగా అవి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయవు, హీట్ కానీ మాయిశ్చర్ కానీ. What happened? Why? Because you can see some parts of the earth quite hot, some parts cooler, and some parts with high rainfall, and some parts which are desert areas. So because of this winds only, these are all caused by the winds. Understand? Next, here seasonal winds. Look at here. The rainfall which occurs in India is mainly due to the seasonal winds. All factors in the country are related to the monsoons. Means all factors, means climatic conditions or weather conditions which are related to the monsoons only, depends on monsoons. Monsoon is derived from Arabic word Mawsam. We already discussed this. Formation of monsoon due to the differential cooling of land and sea. Summer monsoon develops over northwest India, while southeast trades cross the equator as a result of Coriolis effect. Understood? Actually, our monsoon start or develops between 20 degrees north and 20 degrees south latitudes. Actually, it starts from that southern hemisphere. When it crosses equator and it touches the borders of India, Indian monsoons mainly, northwest monsoon and southwest monsoons are there. The monsoons are first start in Arabian Sea. One chain of monsoon start and another one is Bay of Bengal area. Understand? So these two start moving to the from southwest to northeast direction. Then again it returned to that, it's called reversal monsoons or retreating monsoons. You will learn more matter in 10th class. Understood? Yes. Just you can look at this picture. Enough. Okay. Do you understood this? These are all mainly result of Coriolis effect only. It becomes southwest monsoons over the peninsular India, adjacent countries. In winter, you all know that in winter season, it's called reversal of pressure belts. Northeast trade winds cross the equator. Okay. As a result of this Coriolis effect, it becomes northwest monsoons over the north and northeast Australia. Okay. Next one is local winds. What are that local winds? Different names are there. Account their local. They called and their useful. They call like that. Here some of the examples. First, what is that local winds? The local winds blow due to the local variations in temperature and pressure and influence a very small areas. These local winds influence a very small areas. Hot local winds raise the temperature. Raise the temperature of the area. Cold local winds sometimes brings the temperature of the affected area below the freezing points. These local winds blow in the lower layers of the troposphere. The mountain and the valley bridges as well as sea and land bridges are also on class of local winds. Already I told you that breezes, understand, the breezes sometimes they are moving from water to land area and land area to water areas. Understand it is. These winds respond to the local pressure gradients, means pressure changes set up by heating or cooling of the local atmosphere. Here you can see some of the example hot local winds. Again this local winds dividing into hot local winds and cool local winds. Cool local winds. Here it is some examples. Hot local winds, mainly Chinook. Chinook, hot local wind only. Okay, and Lu, also the Indian side it is also the local wind, hot local wind only. Look at this Chinook. These winds move down the Rocky Mountains in USA and Canada and a part of North America. Many people believe that the word Chinook means snow eater. Understand? Look at this picture. Rocky Mountains, strong winds which are blowing over that hill or mountain. You can see here Chinook. Okay, right. Actually the word Chinook means snow eater. What is this Chinook? Chinook is the name of Native American tribe. అంటే ఒక ట్రైబల్ పీపుల్ నేమ్ అది. Understand? They called that Chinook. The people called that Chinook. So that's why they call like that. People who lived in the regions where these winds are observed, it keeps the grasslands clear from the snow during much of the winter. Understand? అంటే వింటర్ సీజన్లో ఈ గ్రాస్ మీద ఏదైతే ఉందో అదంతా కూడా స్నో అంతని క్లియర్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. This was observed by the Chinook tribes. Similarly, the winds that occur in the Europe, they are called as Foehn. Foehn means here Foehn. Understood? Look at here. Okay, understood? Yes. So they blow along the northern slope of Alps mountains. It melts the snow and makes the weather pleasant and helps in early ripening of the grapes. అయితే అక్కడ ఫ్రాన్స్లో ఉన్నటువంటి యూరోప్ పీపుల్ దే కాల్ దట్ ఫోన్. ఈ చినుక్నే వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్పేవారు, ఫోన్ అని పిలవడం జరిగింది. సో అక్కడ ఏంటి యూజ్ అవుతున్నాయి, మోస్ట్లీ అక్కడ కూడా ఇవి అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వెదర్ని ప్లెజెంట్ వెదర్ గాను, అలాగే త్వరగా గ్రేప్స్ రిపెనింగ్ అవ్వడానికి కూడా, అంటే బాగా పండడానికి ఇవి ఉపయోగపడుతున్నాయి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లూ. సో దీస్ ఆర్ హాట్ అండ్ డ్రై విండ్స్ బ్లోయింగ్ ఇన్ ద ప్లెయిన్స్ ఆఫ్ నార్థన్ ఇండియా. ఓకే, సో ఫ్రమ్ దట్, సో వేర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ in North India, it blows that North India from the west to east in the months of May and June. May and June month లో మాత్రమే ఇవి ఇక్కడ బ్లో అవడం జరుగుతుంది. It may causes sunstroke to people because of high temperatures. ఓకే, అంటే అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రజలకి హై టెంపరేచర్ వలన సన్ స్ట్రోక్ కూడా రావడం జరుగుతుంది ఈ లూ అనే విండ్స్ వలన. ఓకే, ఏ డైరెక్షన్లో వీస్తాయి ఇవి, వెస్ట్ ఈస్ట్ డైరెక్షన్, వెస్ట్ టు ఈస్ట్ డైరెక్షన్. ఇన్ విచ్ మంత్స్, మే అండ్ జూన్ మంత్స్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ winds are also called as hot and dry winds. Means mostly it brings hot only. Okay, and next it is in other names in Arabian desert, Simoon, Yoma in Japan, nor'westers in New Zealand. So these are some of the other names, hot winds only. These are all hot winds. Once again, what are the hot winds? Chinook and Foehn. Next Loo, Simoon in Arabian desert, Yoma in Japan country, nor'westers in New Zealand. These are all examples of the hot winds. Now cold winds means cold local winds. Mistral and Bora and Puna and Pampero. Okay, you can see this. First, you can see this Mistral and Bora. This the most famous in the Mistral. Cold local winds, Mistral, Bora, Puna and Pampero. Mistral, it blows in that Alps mountains area. Understand? And see Puna, it is in Andes mountains region, and Pampero, it is in that Pampas region of South America. Okay, first we can discuss about Mistral and Bora. The most famous is Mistral that blows from the Alps mountains, France towards the Mediterranean Sea. అంటే ఫ్రాన్స్ నుంచి ఇలాగ మెడిటరేనియన్ సీకి బ్లో అవడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ channelized through the Rhone Valley. It is very cold and dry winds. Next one here, Puna. It is the cold local wind in the Andes mountains region. Okay, actually Puma is also there, Puma. Puma is a name of one tiger in South America name. Now you will learn about Pampero. These are the cold polar winds blowing west fast in the Pampas region of South America. Understand? You all know these definitions about weather, climate and temperature. First, what is weather? Okay, average atmospheric condition for an area over the long period of time is called as climate. Okay, and the average atmospheric condition for an area over a short period of time, it's called weather. Short period of time means what, and long period of time means what? Generally long period means nearly about 30 years of time. It's very important. Short period means generally we can call weather. Short period weather develops that you can see 24 hours time means one day or few hours. It's called weather conditions. TV news or radio news, you can listen this coming the next 24 hours the rainfall and thunders will be occurred. So like that news you will listen in the TV news. Understand? Next one here, temperature. What is temperature? Understand? You already learnt about in that 8th class. Okay, Shimla, Ooty, Nainital, in these areas during that hot summers also in that areas temperatures are very cold due to altitudinal changes are there. Understand? Why that particular hill areas or not hill areas, hill stations. First we have to know about temperature. What is temperature? Hotness and coldness in the atmosphere is called temperature. Understand? You already know that different places have different temperatures. Example, Panaji and Shimla and Delhi. These are the areas. Different weather conditions are there. Due to that, altitudinal variation there. Altitude means what? height. Understand? Height only. You know that 6.4 centigrades of Celsius degrees decreases for every 1000 meters ascent. అంటే మనం 1000 meters height వెళ్తున్న కొలది the temperature అనేది 6.4 అనేది decrease అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. This is the also called as normal lapse rate. Understand? Right. Next here, temperature is amount of water vapor present in the air. What is humidity? Humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the air, means invisible water vapor present on the air. It's called as humidity. How do we measure this humidity? Yes, hygrometer. Humidity ఎలా కొలుస్తాం మనం? Hygrometer. Understand? Next, how do we measure that? Atmospheric pressure. అంటే పీడనం, వాతావరణ పీడనాన్ని ఎలా కొలుస్తాం మనం? Yes, భారమితి. Understand? It is also called as barometer. In English terms, barometer. Measure the atmospheric pressure. Do you know that rainfall is measured in centimeters? Understand? Here, atmospheric pressure is measured in millibars. Understand? మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం మా ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, అండ్ ఫైనల్లీ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.